Since the beginning, it has always been in the shadow of its kind, always passed by without notice. The other choices were bigger, stronger, and received a variation for their popularity, but yet it stays in everyone's closet, collecting the piles of dust every old weapon has. Graham seems like the perfect name to describe what it may feel if it were sentient. The reason why is because it translates in the old Germanic language to English, depression. Now, since I wield it, the power it hides will be shown. It will come out of the shell it formed. It will be your final sorrow. Okay guys, this is the build for the Graham, or as I like to call, Final Sorrow. In the stance slot I have Temple Royale, which is one of the better of the heavy blade stances, the other one being Cleaving Whirlwind. If you like that more, use that. They both have a D polarity, so it's up to you. This is a 4-former build, by the way. I forgot to mention that, but it can keep going. And I added 3 V's and a D. D being in stance polarity, and a V being in 3 different areas. I have a ribbon for the Graham, which I use in all 3 of my builds, but there's a good replacement in all of them. If you don't have a ribbon that has range or attack speed, you would either place which one you prefer more, Prime Fury or Prime Reach, but you wouldn't really need to worry if you don't have it, because I prefer Prime Reach because of the following: Drifting Contact, Blood Rush, and Berserker. Berserker pretty much goes up to 75% attack speed, and that is higher than Prime Fury, and you would pretty much be on par with if you didn't have it on, if you didn't have Berserker on, if you were just using the ribbon I have, which pretty much is that, but a bit better. And I don't have the crit chance mod, only due to the fact that there's not much space I can use for it, and also Blood Rush kind of stacks with the combo multiplier, and combo multiplier over time will guarantee yellow crits every single time, so no need to really worry there. And I don't have a crit damage mod like Organ Shatter, only due to the fact that it's not that needed. It's more or less that it's just needed to at least start with crits because of Condition Overload, Vicious Frost, and Virulent Scourge. It increases status chance, which is really good to help out Condition Overload, and not only that, it procs viral. And then last but not least, I have Pressure Point. Everyone uses it. Prime Pressure Point, Sacrificial Pressure, or this. I use an Over Pressure Point for majority of my weapons, and it's more or less for mod. It's for capacity reasons. And this build was for the Grenier Corpus, and that means it's not that great against the Infested, unlike the other 2 builds, which Infested and Grenier. You just replace the Vicious Frost with Voltaic Strike to create Corrosive, which is great against Infested and Grenier. I say Infested because of the Ancients. Usually it would be Gas, which would be the next following. Corpus and Infested. This is great against most Corpus members, and all the lighter armor unit, or not lighter armor units, but the smaller Infested units, and you just replace Voltaic Strike with Volcanic Edge. Pretty much it. You can see over here that it's not much damage, and the whole entire weapon seems very lackluster, because the normal stats it has is a 0.95 attack speed, which is above average for melee weapon or heavy blades that came out at the time, but now it's very below average compared to the others. A 15 crit chance and 15 status chance, which is average. Pretty much that's all I can really say. A 2 times crit multiplier, which is average as well, and then you got 100 damage base, and that majority of it in slash, being 70, 15 in impact, and 15 in puncture. But when you do all the builds and stuff, it increases and you get higher numbers, and that's what I like to see. but each of them performs differently per faction, and we'll go test them out soon. Okay guys, we're in the Simulacrum, and what I'm going to show you is following clips of each build and how well it performs against each faction, and I will be showing you with and without the Riven for the Corpus, because the Corpus takes a bit more damage, so all my builds with the Riven pretty much do well against the Corpus, but if I take it off, only one will be not as effective, so there'll be a bit more on the Corpus side, where instead of showing you 3 different videos, or 3 different clips against 3 factions, like for the Infestation, 3 clips of each build, and then same with the Grenier, Corpus will be getting a special treatment of 6. So that's how it's gotta be, and that's how I'm gonna keep it. But I'll show you each one, starting with viral, then it'll go on to gas, and finally corrosive. Okay, simple as that. Here are the clips. Don't mind my Helios, he doesn't really do much damage, but as you can really see, it already starts off great. Yeah, my Helios pretty much added the toxin proc, but it wasn't gonna change much. This is the viral build, but Infestation cuts like better. Graham is pretty much gonna cut like better against Infestation, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, on to the next one with Grenier. Now I may have said that this one's the best one against Bombards, but in actuality it's more or less that they're the most weak to the viral, and it's why I use this build the most, besides corrosive, and also that it's better against the weaker fodder-like enemies, but Bombards still go down pretty easy with this one. Ignore that part, but as I do this, their health will slowly go down fast. Once viral procs, like if the viral ever procs, they start to go down very fast, but corrosive is the one that will do most of the killing against all factions except for Corpus. That's the one that is where you don't want to ever use it, but that is with against all the Bombards that I saw. But yeah, not the best, but it's not the worst. It's the second best. The one that's the worst is the gas, and you'll see that when we get to the next one. Now, on to the Corpus, with both with Riven and with Prime Fury, because with Reach, it's not going to change much in the Simulacrum, but I digress. Here we go. Okay, here we are with the Corpus, and this is with Viral and with the Riven, so here we go. And they're all dead. Yep. Now, without the Riven. Also, slight note, I removed Helios because he kind of procced at least one status, and it kind of affected timing and stuff, so, and condition overload is on this, so it kind of helps the weapon out, so Helios is really good, but I don't want it to ruin the testing of Graham itself. So yeah, onto the Corpus with Prime Fury. Now this is where things get interesting. As you can see here, it's a lot slower because it doesn't have, it's not as fast without the Riven, but it's still pretty fast. And since this is viral, it does pretty well against them once you get rid of their shields. And that's if you proc it. And also I'm getting, that's the one thing I hate about the pause AI, is that stealth finishers happen. But it still does pretty handy work with what I showed you with the ones that I did kill, hence why I don't want to ever go there back, and I always go from the side or from the front view. But now on to the next build, which is gas, and we're starting with the Corpus. Now this is with the Riven, and this is also the one that's best against them. So just watch. You see, I didn't even have to use the breakdance combo, which this is the breakdance combo as I like to call it, but yeah, didn't have to do that for the last two, and it killed pretty quickly. This cuts them like the Infestation, pretty much butter. but rotten because of gas, but still. Now on to without the ribbon, and it won't make much of a difference. And here we go. And just to test, here we go. Just the melee, like the quick tech. You see, the mash combo pretty much does the same thing as the normal one, so it doesn't matter if you have my ribbon or not. It won't make a difference. That's why I say Prime Fury is a great replacement in the simulator come in the beginning, because it's going to do the similar work. But if you're more of a range guy, please go ahead and use it. It's all up to you. It's preference. Now to the infestation. Now this build would work against the lighter units, but against the ancients, it still makes quick work on them. I mean, look at this. This is just hilarious. Also, the reason why you see so many yellow crits is because in the simulator the crits always happen for some reason with the gram. I don't know why. Maybe it's Blood Rush, but I don't think it should be, because it's only 15, and under 20% of 15 should not make it yellow crits every time. But either way, that's how it performs. Now to the Grenier. You may be asking why there's only 3. That is because the gas build is the worst against this, and you'll see why. It gets them down, but it takes so much time. It's the longest killing. Just to kill one, you have to do that, and these are only at half. I continue on, and it works, but it's not the fastest compared to the others. With the others, I killed 6 in almost a similar amount of time, so yeah. That's the thing. But now, we are going to the next build, Corrosive, which is supposed to be the best build against them and the heavy units in the Infested. And you'll see where the huge difference comes into play when it comes to the Corpus. When I change from Riven to Prime Fury / Prime Reach, whichever one you want to use. We're back at 6 units, and let us continue. I'm just gonna do this because the breakdance combo is kind of running up the thing, but I just need to build up combo. But as you can see there, it pretty much shreds right through them. It's the fastest one, especially for melee, like the quick melee, does well. Quick melee does the best when you have it corrosive. Now we head on to the Corpus. The one that I did not want to do, but now we gotta test both. I'll see you there. Okay, you may be wondering, why am I doing 6 for the Corpus tech when it comes to this? Well, I mean, it's not as bad as Bombards, but still. As you can see here, they die pretty fast. Like, without a doubt. None of them survived that in a matter of a few hits. But that's because of my Riven. Now, onto just Prime Fury / Prime Reach, whichever one you choose. Now, I'm using Prime Fury. If you're using Prime Reach, that's on you. But this is Prime Fury. As you can see, it's a bit slower, and it's not attacking them as fast. Like, see, I still have a few to go. Okay, he was looking at random spots, but you can see they're still getting up. I don't want to do stealth. I don't want to do a finisher on him. But you can see, like, it takes quite a bit more time, and it's not like if you take away the lighting and stuff, it just takes a bit more time. It truly does. This is not meant for Corpus in the first place because of how the status of corrosive works on them. It's not the best. This is corrosive, and this is how best it works. Pretty much the best one for them. Kills them in a matter of seconds. The gas one would be best for later units, but corrosive, I hate these things as much as possible. But it won't matter. But yeah, that is all for the gram. Wonderful, ain't it? Okay. Now that you've seen the gram in all its form of glory and how it works and stuff, how I think of it as one of my favorite weapons. It's my favorite melee weapon. It's my first melee weapon that I can remember crafting, besides the dual ether. I will say, this is a series that I want to do, where I give a bit of a story, or a bit of dialogue before going into the weapon. The intro, I just wanted to, I made, I wrote down something, like a thing, like a little subplot, or not subplot, but like a little story, little tiny story that to just start off the video and go off with what I think of it. And of course, I named my gram Final Sorrow. It's the only weapon I've ever named in this game. I don't plan it, but it's just I don't have much plat to just spare. I had spare plat at the time. It's been one of my all-time favorite weapons. Would I recommend it? It depends on how you think of it. To me, I love it. To others, just a basic MR weapon. Heavily outclassed by all the other heavy blades. Okay, I'm gonna make this really quick here. It settled heading to somewhere else, so I'm just saying that I'm mainly doing this because I also want to show builds that I do on the weapons and not from others. I mean, majority of my weapons take it from others, but some of them I do on my own. And I just want to kind of do my own builds from now on, and I just want to share it with you guys. That's pretty much all I'm saying. The Schiaggiati, the new Nikana, I will just name it Schiaggiati, and I will just go on make a little story about how its name is somehow related to Shadow and Birth, and how it comes from Umbra's own flesh, a sword that is bounded by flesh, and so on and so forth, and give out a build that I use and stuff. And I'm only doing this because I see other people and stuff make builds for weapons and they share it, and it's like I feel like I want to do that too, but I always use theirs. But gram was the first weapon I ever used to make a build on it because no one uses it, and this stuff works in sorties. It killed a lot of level 120s. It may take some time to wind up, but you won't be fighting bombards and techs and ancients right away, and they won't be. You'll already have built up a combo counter, so you're pretty much already going to be doing a lot. Like, you're already going to be critting them, so that's one. And two, you can knock them down with his breakdance combo. But I'm just gonna say that I'm just trying this out. I'm hoping it works out. Yeah, this is an idea. This is a test video / update video. What I want to kind of do. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm still not on any sort of schedule. No, I'm not gonna be like uploading this every single day or every other day or every other week. It's still like when I feel like it, and for once I actually felt like making a video. Surprisingly, yeah, fun. but yeah, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully stay for more. See ya.